I personally am very lucky in that respect that I really don't suffer for anything. So it's been like that all my life, luckily. So for an average case like this, how long would I have to take the drops?
Well, first of all, you have to know that this is, as a food supplement, is meant to provide the necessary bacteria which we don't really get in our water and in our food. The problem is with our food and with our water is that since we buy, we don't cultivate the food anymore. We don't gather it, we don't cultivate it, we buy the food. So we have to have it from safe stores. It means that the storage-proof food, the long shelf life food, which is ideal for the merchandising. And therefore it is very good for the profit, but it is very difficult to digest because it does not contain the necessary natural bacteria that's supposed to digest different types of food. And the water is always sanitized. Even if you have tap water, it is treated with chlorine or ozone or some other things. And also some minerals are removed in order to have a nice, not to have discoloration, stuff like that. It means that normally we think that this kind of bacterial consortia was always present in the water what our ancestors consumed. So normally I would say 4 drops a day on an ongoing basis is better than having 1 month and then waiting some time until the civilized diet will do some symptoms on our digestive systems. So I do it on a regular daily basis, but since I consume them for more than 5 years now, for me it is once or twice a day, a few drops just in the water, and I'm very close contact with it, so I taste it when we do the production and things like that. But still I would recommend to use it for a longer period. But when you have a digestive issue, digestive issues are always concerned to have a dysbiotic condition. I mean, the bacteria are not in the balance. It is not in the symbiosis or not in favor of a long-term health. So then it needs to be consumed at least 3 months. And there are 2 key seasons in a year. In the autumn, fall, and the spring, when the climate changes, the diet is changing. And the food, not just the foods, but the way you digest, because your body is adjusting to producing heat from the food from summer to going into winter. So the digestive system should work different than in the springtime when you have to go from heating to cooling. So it is like setting the thermostat. And also the foods are different. The food stuff is traveling much more in the winter, because if you eat any kind of vegetables, it means that it has to last for longer. Not seasonal, locally grown food stuff is mainly the fresh vegetables are not ready. So we suggest to have it at least 2 times, in the fall and in the spring, 3 months course. It's very beneficial because then the digestive flora is changing. Seasonal changes are occurring, and you help it, and that will do the job.
That's amazing. It's for the first time I've ever heard this.
This is very easy. I mean, if you think about it, the concentration of oxygen and carbon dioxide is changing between the seasons.
That's right.
The temperature of the food changes. The quality of the water changes. The quantity of sunshine you get is changing. It means that your circadian rhythm is affected by the length of the day. Everything is changing, and the bacteria are synchronizing with the daylight because they are natural people. Even the pathogens are.
That's right. It's just so easy to forget that all these changes are actually taking place, and we just take it for granted that at least, you know, I can say it in my name that never really thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's good. It's a great reminder.